Any mention?
I'm praying for an unlisted matter.
Why? What's the urgency?
But there is some urgency because here what happened, my lord, a contract has been issued for construction of a road without even inviting an NIT.
Which kind of work?
Road construction, my lord.
Where?
In Oxford.
But you're for the NHIDCL?
No, my lord, this is not with regard to. This is a state PWD contract, my lord.
Without, how was the value of the contract?
Without NIT. We filed RTI, my lord. And they are
What's
saying
the value of the contract?
it's about 6 crore something.
When's the last date of tender?
No, my lord, work has been awarded without tender. And now they are trying to do it, rectify the things, my lord, by doing it.
Okay,
Backdating
have you
things.
filed it?
We filed, my lord.
You've copied it, say this.
Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 23.
Number?
23, Your Lordship.
23.
Angela Lingua. Angela Lingua, Your Lordship.
Yes. No objection.
Lordship, the Advocate General's previous case, Lordship, and Lordship had sought some clarification in that matter.
Regarding?
Regularization, Lordship, she wanted regularization with retrospective effect, Lordship.
Then what happened?
Lordship had sought some clarification from the Advocate General, Lordship.
On what point?
Lordship, whether the regularization can be done with retrospective effect, Lordship.
Okay, after 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wait, Your Lordship.
Yeah, please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, I beg to mention item 18, Your Lordship. I have taken the consent.
No objection, Your Lordship.
It's against new?
No, Your Lordship. Private respondent. Private risk.
Yes.
After 2 weeks, Your Lordship. Highly
Obliged, Your Lordship.
Please, Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 16, Lordship.
Where's Mr. Dingla?
Lordship, he went routine checkup, Lordship.
Okay.
No objection.
2 weeks, yes. Yes.
Highly obliged. Lordship, similar prayer for item 19, Lordship.
You there?
Yes, for the picture. No objection.
No urgency? Okay.
After 2 weeks, Lordship, it will be taken after.
Okay, 2 weeks, yes.
2 weeks.
Highly obliged.
Lordship, in the meantime, I would like to mention item number 26, Lordship. Here I am for respondent number 4.
Yes.
26.
Where's the petitioner? You informed
I have
him?
not informed them.
Yes, Minyota. Any objection?
No, Your Lordship. No, Your Lordship.
After?
2 weeks, Lordship.
Yes.
Highly obliged. Obliged.
You're going to mention, make up your mind fast. Make it quick, yes.
Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 25.
25.
Yes, Lordship. Your Lordship, here the
Rebel set
petitioner,
up.
the petitioner has been requested to appear before the National Lok Adalat.
Yeah, it's been tomorrow.
Yes, Lordship.
Okay, yes.
Obliged, Lordship.
This after 2 weeks, yes. As the matter has been placed for the National Lok Adalat, yes. You make sure the parties come, then because the Lok Adalat can be resolved, yes.
Obliged, Lordship.
Pension matter?
No, Lordship. Appointment.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, I beg to make a mention of item number 17, Your Lordship. I pray for 2 weeks' time, Your Lordship. No objection, Lordship.
Yes.
Highly obliged.
Yes, that's it. 14.
Item 20, my lord.
20.
Here, my lord, unfortunately, I misplaced my file. I could not get
You
it.
misplaced your file?
Yes, my lord. I have not got it, so I couldn't prepare it. Kindly have it after 1 week, my lord. In the meantime, I'll try and.
Give you 2 weeks.
1 week is good enough, my lord.
Yes. Okay, 1 week. Yes.
Obliged.
Yes. All motions, ma'am.
Daily list. Item number 1.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Rashid.
This matter pertains to rejection of our disqualification petition that we filed before the Honourable Speaker. Your Lordships will be good enough. There were 3 separate orders that have been passed, similar because there were three disqualification petitions. If your Lordships will turn to page 33, it's the first order. This refers to respondent 3.
Yes.
Towards the third paragraph there, whereas this office has to order 15/10/24 intimated Mr. Ronnie Bingo of defects and contravention to the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly disqualification on grounds of defection rules 1998 in respect of petition dated so-and-so, then your Lordships will come to the bottom.
Yes.
The last paragraph, whereas upon examination it has been found that the petition seeking disqualification is non-compliant of the rules of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly Rules 1998 and has been filed in violation of Rule 6 of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly disqualification rules. The relevant contraventions are enumerated. Your Lordships will turn over to the next page, 34.
Yes.
The petition of disqualification is in contravention of Rule 6 of the 1998 rules. The disqualification petition is filed in contravention of Sub-Rule 6 of Rule 6. Requires that every annexure to the petition shall also be authenticated and signed by the petitioner. The annexures are neither notarized nor authenticated by the petitioner, and therefore the same does not amount to compliance of the Sub-Rule 6 of Rule 6. That's one ground Muller's taken. And B, the second ground, the petition is also in contravention of Sub-Rule 5 and Sub-Rule 6 of Rule 6 of the Meghalaya
yes.
disqualification rules, as the signatures of the petitioner are not verified and authenticated by a notary or commissioner. Now, if I may just take your Lordships to the actual rules. So, this is in the second round. In the first round, some defects were pointed out, and the petitions were returned, and we filed afresh. And even now,
that means you file afresh. You corrected all the defects. All the defects are removed.
Mullah, as far as we are concerned, we have corrected the defect. Mullah, one of the defects was that we had filed joint petitions for 2 people, and the Honourable Speaker's office felt that there should be separate petitions, although in different states there are different rules that apply. But be that as it may, we, as far as we are concerned, we corrected the defects and we filed them afresh, and these orders have been passed. And therefore, I was seeking your Lordship's indulgence to look at Rule 6, which is the rule around which these petitions have been dismissed. Well, that be at page 45. The rules begin at page 42. At page 42, the rules begin.
Yes.
Rule 6 is at page 43.
Yes.
And your Lordships will come to, this is Rule 6, and the sub-rules are 5 and 6 in the middle of the page 44.
Yes.
Well, the sum total of the rule says as follows. Every petition shall be signed by the petitioner and verified in the manner set out in Form 5. I will show Form 5 to your Lordships very shortly. And Sub-Rule 6 says every annexure to the petition shall also be authenticated and signed by the petitioner. So, Sub-Rule 5 says signed by the petitioner and verified in the manner
set down Form 5.
Form 5. Form 5 you also will find at page 49.
Yes.
And your Lordship will see Form 5, which I have followed, I will show to your Lordships, starts there. And then on page 50 is the certificate of verification.
Yes.
The paragraphs so-and-so are true to my knowledge, paragraphs so-and-so are matters of record. which I believe to be true, and the rest are my respectful submissions as follows. And then, my lords, it provides for signature of the petitioner or petitioners, is all that it provides. And the top of this says certificate of verification. Then the Secretary Meghalaya Legislative Assembly signs it. So there is no requirement in the rules for any notarization. And there seems to be a misapprehension, a misreading of this rule to say that verification certificate needs to be notarized. There is no requirement of notarization.
Yes, it's not an affidavit. Yes.
Yes, Colors. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. Colors, the other issue is the Your Lordship has seen is authentication and signing of each document. And in this, Your Lordship will see what we have done.
Yes.
Your Lordship will be good enough to turn to page 212.
212.
212, please.
Yes.
My Lord, this is the first annexure, which is a copy of the Constitution. Your Lordship will see on extreme right is the petitioner's signatures.
Yes.
And on the left is certified to be true copy by the advocate.
Yes.
So the requirement that this is a verified true copy has been fulfilled, and the signature required, even under the present understanding, the signature required is placed here on this document. Now, my Lord, I'm not quite sure if the learned speaker felt that this requires, each of the documents require notarization, but then there had to be a rule for that purpose. There is no such rule for that purpose. And my Lords, I've given some judgments, I've indicated some judgments in my petition. Yes. About the need to look at the merits rather than the procedural lapses, which Your Lordship will see at page 17 of my petition.
Yes.
Your Lordship, convenience, I've taken out the extracts. So this is Samji versus Gangubhai, which is 2008 SC. Supplement page 767. Your Lordship will see paragraph 9 in the last 4 lines.
Yes.
I'll read the whole one. I'll read the whole passage.
Yes.
All rules of procedure are handmaids of justice. The language employed by the draftsman of procedural law may be liberal or stringent, but the fact remains that the object of prescribing procedure is to advance the cause of justice. In an adversarial system, no party should ordinarily be denied the opportunity of participating in the process of justice dispensation, unless compelled by express and specific language of the statute. The provisions of CPC or other procedural enactments ought not to be construed in a manner which would leave the court helpless to meet extraordinary situations in the ends of justice. Then, my Lords, the next judgment is in paragraph B. That's Mahachandra Prasad Singh versus Bihar Legislative Council. If Your Lordship will see the last 4 lines of this paragraph. Yeah. There is no provision in the 10th schedule to effect that until a petition which is signed and verified in the manner laid down in the CPC for verification of pleadings is made to the chairman or the speaker of the House, he will not get the jurisdiction to give a decision as to whether a member of the House will become subject to disqualification under the schedule. And therefore, my Lords, the rest of the paragraph is very, very clear that the jurisdiction is available. And there's a third judgment, my Lords, Kedar Shashikant Deshpande, which is paragraph C. The internal paragraph is paragraph 25. The so-called irregularity regarding verification of the petition and annexures thereto would never affect the merits of the case. It would be wrong exercise of discretionary powers to dismiss a petition for disqualification, the sole ground of defect in verification. Normally, when such defects are noticed, the applicant should be called upon to remove such lacuna. So, my Lords, in any case, this matter could either have been heard, notice could have been issued, or, my Lords, we could have been asked to remove the defects in the manner in which the Honourable Speaker felt that the defects be removed.
But as per your submissions, after this was alerted to you, then he had removed the defects, rectified the defects. That is your contention.
Well, look, once we remove the defects,
Yes.
but when we filed afresh, the Honorable Speaker has found defects
Again.
nevertheless. Now, so one thing is clear that these are separate petitions, so that defect is certainly gone. That's not an issue at all. Now, the only issue is whether this is to be on affidavit, no such statutory requirement.
Yes.
And therefore the affidavit would require notarization and so on.
Yes.
And whether each of the annexures, the documents, need to be separately notarized. That's the only issue that may have.
But that's the only ground on which your application has been rejected. That's all.
That's right. Your Lordship just saw that. Your Lordship just saw that.
Yes.
At page 34, Your Lordship will see.
Yes. Right. So anything else, Mr. Khurshid?
My Lord, that is all. And my Lord, the issue really is that this matter has to get to a conclusion.
Yes.
If the Honorable Speaker felt, or as your Lordships may feel, that there is some defect that can be removed, we will remove it. That's not an issue. But now, first time these petitions were returned to us for curing defects. This time the petition has been dismissed. So unless this order is set aside, we can't move further in trying to dispose of the defects in the manner in which the Honorable Speaker requires.
Yes.
But subject to what I have submitted to your Lordship.
Yes. Mr. Advocate General, you are appearing for the?
Speaker, my lord.
Yes.
I am appearing for the
submission to it. Otherwise, you file your affidavit.
I'll file the affidavit.
We'll dispose it of on the next date.
Your Lordship, there are 2-3 things, Your Lordship. Kindly see. First, my lord, there are 3 orders passed in respect of 3 petitions, my lord. And one common, because there are 3 independent cause of action in respect of 3 petitioners, 3 respondents, my lord. They are also party to it. They are respondents.
So you say they can't be clubbed?
They can't be clubbed. That is one, my lord. That is one aspect of the matter. Second, my lord, your Lordship has seen the rules. I just wish to point out the rules once again. I will file the reply, my lord.
Yes.
And if your Lordship will kindly see Rule 6.
Yes. References to the petition.
References to the petition. No reference of any question as to whether a member has become subject to disqualification under 10 schedules shall be made except by a petition in relation to such member made in accordance with the provisions of this rule as informed we. So, your Lordship may kindly mark no reference of any question as to whether a member has become subject to under 10 schedule shall be made except by petition. So you have to strictly follow the requirements.
So anyway, since you have already entered appearance, it's very good. So you put in the affidavit by 2 weeks.
Yes, I will. And the Lordship, the other issue is, my lord, that notices will go to the private respondents also, my lord, because they are also parties, and order is in their favor, my lord. So they have to take steps to serve them, my lord.
Yes. Heard Mr. Khurshid Leonard Senior Counsel with. Who's with him? Mr. Kivi.
We'll put it in the chat box, my lord.
Yes.
We'll put it in the chat box, my lord. The counsel appearing.
Yes.
I'm grateful.
Yes. Issue notice. The Advocate General is present with so and accept notice on behalf of the respondent number 1. Notices to issue to the remaining respondents within 3 days. Stop. The instant matter concerns the petition for disqualification paid for the Speaker of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, which have been rejected by order dated 25/2/2025. Stop. The grounds for disqualification or for rejection primarily are on the non-notarization or authentication of the petitioner's applications, which the petitioner contends is not a mandatory requirement. Stop. If I learn Advocate General, praise him about to file an affidavit.
2 weeks time. 2 weeks time.
Within 2 weeks time. This thereafter for admission hearing and for service report on.
Your Lordship, one more submission. Now they have filed they have given me the affidavit. My lord, this is a kind of election petition. All paragraphs are blank. Nothing is there. I don't have the true copy also. Now, how do I respond? Which paragraph they are admitting or which paragraph? And last time also I pointed out the objection. My lord, let them first serve me true copy.
Yes. Counsel complete copies of the petition to the Advocate General within the court. May, yes. Yes, 29th May.
Deeply grateful.
Copy has to be served, my lord. First, if they don't serve the copy, I won't be able to.
It'll be done, my lord. It'll be done during the day.
And the maintainability issue is there that all these three petitions cannot be clubbed into
Bring
one.
everything up in your affidavit. We will
Item number 2.
Yes.
Please, Lordship.
Sign.
Lordship, not yet, Lordship, and the instructions also a little bit handicapped, Lordship, because Mr. Shilla's on his medical leave. So
What happened to him?
So he's in Chennai, Lordship.
Hospital?
Yes, Lordship, he's in Chennai.
What happened to him? He's sick.
Some eye problem, Lordship. Can you allow us some time, Lordship?
No instructions.
In fact, they are ready, Your Lordship. Sometime they need to.
How long will it be ready? Been ready for 1 year now.
Just because that office members, new office member now.
Yes, on the pre, Mr. Nongra who submits that the arguing counsel is in Karakrang over Karakrang that the arguing counsel the judicial indisposed this matter of 2 weeks.
Lordship.
You take instruction.
Yes, Lordship.
Supplementary list, item number 1.
What is this?
Lordship, they have filed an application for seeking
Who has filed?
leave. The FCI.
Where are they? What application they filed?
Application for taking seeking leave for taking on record the rejoinder filed by the respondent against affidavit in reply.
Where's the rejoinder? Is that been filed? It's been filed.
They have served me copy. They have filed. We have already filed rejoinder.
None appears for the applicant in Miss case WC 78. None appear behalf of the applicant. Just next week, yes.
Item number 2.
Lordship, in this matter, Lordship, we are filing an affidavit during the course of the day, short affidavit.
The position's been disposed of.
No, Lordship, because the instruction is that, Lordship, because it's an ad hoc employee, and the issue of where he was holding 2 dual posts, and there was a suppression of fact. By suppression of fact, and there was a criminal case, so there's a detail.
Mr. D.
So we'll file an affidavit.
Where's Mr. D?
Lordship,
He?
he's having some work, sir.
Can't hear your voice.
He's having some work.
You have some work. Everyone has work. This is not work for him then.
Lordship, we're filing during the course of the day.
AG submit the application for the day. This up to 1 week is.
Amraji.
Yes. You speak up. You're a lawyer. You should speak up. Yes.
Daily list, item number 3.
May I please, Lordship? We are ready with the rejoinder. We'll find during the course of the day.
Ms. S. Has submits the application file course of the day. Only is the matter for hearing. Also. Yes.
Item number 4.
May it please, Your Lordship. Lordship, we are still awaiting instructions on this matter, Your Lordship. I'm praying if this matter will be listed after a week.
Lordship.
This is what the matter about.
My lord, this is regarding this.
You're appearing for whom? Election Commissioner?
Respondent number 1, Your Lordship.
Number 1, yes.
I'm appearing for the PIO, my lord.
PIO?
Public Information Governor Secretariat, my lord. This is the order, my lord, which was challenged. It was passed by
the petitioner.
I'm the petitioner, my lord.
Oh, current personal appearance.
Yes.
You haven't filed affidavit also?
Lordship.
You haven't filed?
No, Your Lordship.
Then how do you take the matter forward?
Yes.
Can be disposed of?
My lord,
interim orders are there.
Interim order is there, my lord. That may be extended, my lord.
Yes, your name?
S. Khatun, Lordship.
Ms. S. Khatun. Praise for allowed for a 2 weeks technical affidavit. Thereafter, interim order of any to continue till next day.
5.
Yes, type instructions.
Well,
You typed it out? No.
I've typed it. This can be disposed of, my lord.
That's what was submitted last day. That type instruction.
Just clarify, my lord. This may not be very comprehensible.
Yes.
Well, here what happened, my lord? 4 trucks were seized of betel nut, along with 4 trucks, my lord. The betel nut along with the trucks were seized.
Now this chart you've shown, that means all 13 tons.
My lord,
Kgs. 13,000 kgs.
My lord.
Okay.
Now here what happened, my lord? The betel nut belonged to Manik Ranjan Paul, my lord. Against truck number AS 11 BC 9147, he was the owner of all these consignments.
The goods. The truck also.
But no, only one truck, my lord. AS 11 BC, he was the owner of the truck also.
Okay.
Other truck owners are Bimalendu, who are the petitioners before Lordship now, and one Sujit Roy. Now in departmental adjudication, my lord, the matter came before this honorable court. Finally, they succeeded. We could not establish that these were smuggled betel nut, my lord. So accordingly, the corpus of the litigation, my lord, doesn't remain. Now what happened, my lord? During the pendency of the departmental proceeding, they secured release of the trucks on the basis of bonds, my lord. Now they want release of the bond, my lord. The Bimalendu Roy, who is owner of.
How much deposit do you make?
Total 7 lakhs.
For the 4 trucks?
Yes, sir. No, 3.
3 trucks, man.
3 trucks.
One has been released to the owner of the goods. Has been released.
The AS 11 BC.
My lord, that has been
9147 released to
Manik Ranjan Paul, who was the litigant, my lord, in the departmental adjudication, being the owner of the goods. Now only the truck owners remains, my lord. So
Bimalendu Rai, he has got 2 trucks, and his son Sujit Rai got 1 truck.
But here the petitioner is.
Yeah, Bimalendu Rai.
Yes.
Then Sujit Rai, then he has to come himself.
Sujita also, he is a son, my lord.
But he is not a petitioner.
Joint petitioner?
He is a de facto owner.
De facto?
Yes.
Sujit will have to come separately, my lord. But as far as Bimalendu, my lord, there are two. The amount is 2,58,750. I've mentioned in the last paragraph, my lord.
Yes, that petition has been preferred. For refund of security deposits.
Is a cash deposit or some kind of bond?
No.
Made towards.
Deposit by this is annexure.
Made towards.
This is annexure.
Mr. Dasgupta, how can you make the prayer that for release of his son's security deposit also? You should have made him a co-petitioner.
Yes, petitioner is there.
His name as a petitioner.
Yes.
Sujit Roy's name.
No, he is Sujit's son, and Bimalendu Rai, he is the.
Yes, why is Sujit Roy not named as a co-petitioner then? How can he make a prayer of another entity?
No, he is de facto owner.
The third truck he has to come separately, my lord.
See, look at your prayer. Release of 3 trucks shall not be granted to petitioner and his son.
Yes, my lord.
The provisional release of 3 trucks which were seized in connection with the seizure of betel nuts which were suspected to be smuggled goods. Stop. In the course of the proceedings before the custom authorities, which had also travelled before this court, and on the finding that the betel nuts could not be proven to be smuggled, the matter thereby was closed. The only issue therefore raised in this writ petition is for refund of the security deposit which had been furnished by the petitioner for vehicle number ML053857 and ML053867, and of his son's vehicle being AS24C2275. Stop. As the final order has been passed, setting aside the seizure of the betel nuts as pleaded in the case, it is but a natural corollary that the security deposit which have been furnished also should be refunded to the petitioner. Stop. However, it is noted that Sri Sujit Roy, though stated to be the son of the writ petitioner, is not before this court, and a prayer has been made on his behalf by his father, the writ petitioner. Stop. Sri Sujit Roy, therefore not being joined the formal party, no relief can be forthcoming in the incident petition. Stop. As regards the writ petitioner, the respondents are directed to release, to refund or release the entire security deposit which had been furnished at the time of the provisional release of the vehicles above named. Yes, above mentioned. Matter stands disposed of, expected that the entire process should be completed expeditiously as possible. Yes. It's up to you. You can release it now. This order. If you need to.
Item number 6.
Please, Chief, I'm supposed to file a rejoinder, but just waiting for the private respondent, respondent number 8, to file the affidavit.
Who respondent number 8?
Your Lordship, we have engaged as the new counsel for respondent number 8. The earlier counsel themselves, they referred the matter to me.
You're appearing now. Now who's Archival?
Archival is
Now you're representing.
no, Your Lordship, we are in this conversation chamber.
Who's Archival now?
Archival is my colleague.
I think we better file you file before the court your your memo of appearance. Otherwise we can't go on like this. One date now the customer asked for time filing affidavit. Now next date hearing. Now you see Arshin's colleague seeing time file affidavit. You haven't filed?
I pray that I will be allowed to file a power.
Yes, though there is some confusion with the council representing respondent number 8. What's your full name? Full name. We can record your full name. Graceful. Middle name? Yes. We write the full name so there will be no confusion later on. MS Graceful Sharma Marabo submits that she will be henceforth conducting the case on behalf of respondent number 8. She prays for and allowed to submit a fresh power stroke wakalat in this regard. Next paragraph. Mr. S. Marpan, please allow for the time to file rejoinder.
Rejoinder to respondent number 1 and 6 affidavit. So we will file together after they file.
Yes, to 6 for the file rejoinder. Someone said that the rejoinder be filed once the affidavit of respondent number 8 is received.
Yes.
None appears. 1 7, who's appearing?
7, no one is appearing. The
None
service
appears
has
on
already
7.
been completed. Gotcha.
It's not the first case has happened that I'm appearing is
7.
Your Lordship,
file in the course of the day.
Lordship, in the course of the day, on the same day.
I'm praying for 2 weeks' time, Your Lordship, to file my rejoinder.
Yes, as paid 2 weeks time is allowed for rejoinder. Yes, just after.
8.
Much obliged, Lordship.
May it please your Lordship. Your Lordship, in this matter, we have taken the steps, and now
Yes.
we are waiting for the service report.
Speak up, speak up. Pull the mic near you. Speak up, yes.
Your
Cannot
Lordship,
hear anything.
in this matter, we have taken the steps, and now we are waiting for the service report.
Yes.
And the respondent number 2, my lord, they were supposed to take steps.
Yes, the officer indicates that service is not complete so number 2, just after 2 weeks, or you obtain status.
Of this.
Just after 2 weeks, yes.
9.
Deploy.
Lordship, they had filed the affidavit yesterday. Now in the affidavit they say that they're saying that the suspension now, the second suspension, is on a different cause of action.
What's the matter about?
Lordship, this is a matter pertaining to the suspension of the petitioner.
It's order free statement.
Yes, Your
by this
Lordship.
court.
By this court. Till date, I have not been reinstated.
When was order reinstatement passed? Who has the order statement violated?
Lordship, order dated 16/7/2024, which is at page 9, Lordship.
16. Page
16/7, page 9, Lordship, is the order. Now the relevant portion will be at page 16. Page 16,
Order
para.
of this court only.
By this court, Lordship. Page 16, para 10, Lordship.
As such, yes, sir. Okay.
Now
Then
thereafter,
this order dated?
then there are, this is order dated 16/7, Lordship. Then there are
16/7?
2025, 24, Lordship. Now till
Since
date,
July last year.
since July last year, Lordship.
Then
Now at page 19, Lordship, they've passed one order.
19. Fresh suspension.
Fresh suspension, Lordship.
Yes.
Now in the affidavit they say that this is on a different cause of action, Lordship. Now that matter has already been clarified by the Honorable Division Bench, Lordship. The order is at page 21, Lordship. Page 21.
Where's Mr. Sen? He didn't come today.
No, Your Lordship.
Lordship,
If I rejoinder then.
Lordship, I'll just show the Honorable Division
But
Bench order.
Mr. Sen's not here, and how will we take the matter forward? The affidavit has since been filed by the respondent list after a week. Yes, for the orders.
Your Lordship,
On Thursday.
Huh?
Disciplinary proceeding is pending, Your Lordship.
Here what has happened, Lordship, there was a complaint against me for sexual harassment. There's an ICC proceedings. There's a report. Now against that report, Lordship, I'd file an appeal challenging the veracity of the...
Over.
Appeal is still pending, Lordship. Now what they have done is they have placed me again under same suspension.
Where's Mr. Sen? He didn't come today.
No, Your Lordship.
Okay.
Friday, Lordship. Next week, Friday, Lordship. Hello, Lordship.
Please.
Please, Lordship.
Yes, MS Colney. You are aware of what orders were passed?
Received, Lordship.
You close the contempt?
Yes, Lordship.
Mr. Archival Data states that the orders have been applied with. Accordingly, will convey from next paragraph, contempt opening stands closed and disposal.
Obliged, Lordship.
11.
May it please, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Your Lordship, during the pendency of the matter, one rectification order was passed, Your Lordship. So I may be allowed to bring on record by way of additional affidavit, Your Lordship.
What rectification order?
Just rectification order, Your Lordship. Some changes in the name, Your Lordship.
This is regarding Patta matter?
No, Your Lordship, Nokma matter, Your Lordship.
Okay, MS Tian Marak during the pendency of the instrument petition, an order dated 4/4/2025 has been issued by the District Council respondents rectifying the names
Yes, Your Lordship.
of the parties concerned. He prays that he may allowed to bring the same on record with your affidavit. Pray is allowed, yes, after 2 weeks. Yes, you take a bash.
Your Lordship, the respondents are yet to file an affidavit as well, Your Lordship.
Why are you filing affidavit?
After 2 weeks, Lordship.
Where's Mr. P.T. Sangma? We enter the present, yes, so on behalf of Mr. 5. What about, you'll file affidavit? No. You'll file affidavit?
No, Your Lordship.
You won't file?
We'll file after 2 weeks.
Ms. SDAP 1 and 2 and so on. Also pray for further 2 weeks time to file affidavit. Pay as allowed.
Hello, Blanche.
Item number 12.
Lordship, so far as respondent 3, Lordship, the service is delivered, Lordship. Now
2 crore be served.
There's some.
You've taken fresh steps.
I've taken fresh step, Lordship, but there's some confusion in the order, Lordship.
You've seen this.
There's some confusion in the order because the order does not reflect service through the concerned police station. So if Lordship may pass an order, I'll take fresh step again. Because he's in custody.
He's in custody?
He's in custody, Lordship.
This fellow Santosh Singh Rajput.
Lordship, he's in custody.
He's in custody.
He's in custody.
Yes. Which way is it? Because he's in Bihar and Rajasthan?
No, Rajasthan, Lordship. Ramdinaganj police station.
Yes. 3 has been served.
3 has been served, Lordship, on 12/3/25.
Have you filed affidavit?
I'll be filing, Lordship.
Yes, take down Mr. Amalongpur. Submits that the respondent 3 has been served. He prays that he will be allowed to file service after getting the same stop. With regard to respondent number 2, you just submit 2 steps were taken through the officer in charge of this. What is this called?
Lordship, as
Ramganj Mandi
Lordship.
police station. As he is in custody, the same has been written. Which jail is he in?
Lordship, there's some confusion. As per the last order, Lordship, we could only take step in his personal address, Lordship. So that's why the post has.
Give to the warden.
That's if your Lordship has an order that I can take steps through the concerned.
Which jail is he in?
Lordship, that I have no instruction.
Then how are you going to take steps then?
He's under custody before the police station, Ramdinaganj
Doesn't matter.
police station. There's no clarity to that, Lordship.
Because you know how it works. The police won't go and give it in the jail. It goes to it might go to Secretary of Jails or it'll go to warden. Then he's informed. Then from there they'll inform the police. Who prosecuting and who gives him judicial custody are 2 different authorities
Lordship.
together.
Lordship, we could find out. We till date we have. Let me take instructions.
He's in custody. You don't know which jail he's
Lordship,
in.
I don't know exactly which jail, but he's under this Ramdinaganj police station, Lordship. But which particular jail, that I have to take instructions, Lordship.
You have to go to jail because.
Let me come back after 1 week, Lordship.
With regard to number 2, Mr. Imran prays that he be. Problem? as the said counsel custody, the same cannot be affected. So, the counsel pays for and allow 1 week for the time to obtain proper to obtain the address as to where the small number 2 is located.
13.
Just up to 2 weeks. Yes.
Please, Your Lordship. Lordship, I am appearing on behalf of Mr. S.C. Sheikh. Lordship, in this matter, Lordship, the High Court Legal Service Committee has issued one notice that matter has referred to the National Lok Adalat, which will be held on 10th May. And
this matter will be taken up tomorrow, my lord, in the Lok Adalat.
My lord may note one under instructions. I'm saying this, my lord. The company, my lord, the debtor have already the corporate insolvency resolution process started already in this. In the I am respondent number 4 and 5, the FEDCO, my lord. So the demand
is already gone defunct.
It is gone, my lord. So now what happened is here. So this process commenced on 12th December 2023, and her husband died somewhere on 16th February 2023. Now, my lord,
doesn't matter.
As per
is not over.
No,
Any
as
claims
per
that we did.
as per section 14.
Resolution process means that suppose you go defunct. Now it goes to dissolution. But then they appoint resolution manager.
Yes.
Then whoever buys the assets of your company.
No, but
right, it works that way. Now all the claims that there will be there.
Yes.
Whoever buys the assets company will buy also the liability.
But section 14, my lord, section 14 of the insolvency and the bankruptcy code, my lord, there has to be a proper forum for claiming, my lord. They have not done so, my lord, because it has to be go.
You don't know about that. They are villagers.
No, my lord.
How do you expect them to go for the before the NCLT?
My lord, legal, not legal. My lord,
Lordship, the matter has called for Lok Adalat tomorrow, and the petitioner has instructed to present in person, Your Lordship. Plus, the matter come up tomorrow.
But then you're not going to get anything. Since the matter will refer to Lok Adalat just after 1 week. Yes.
My lord. Obliged.
National Lok Adalat.
Hearing. Item 14.
This is a matter relating to constitution of work, my lord.
Where's the petitioner?
Lordship may have it after 2 weeks, my lord. The other cases also. Lord.
You are appearing this matter?
This is item 14. I mean 15, my lord.
None appears with the petitioner at least after 3 weeks.
2 weeks. Yes.
15.
Wait, please, Your Lordship.
I mean, part heard matter before division bench at the.
I'll not take much time, my lord, because I have a very
friend
narrow.
can argue on.
Okay.
Then I can.
Okay.
Is the same matter regarding your entitlements?
Yes, my lord.
Entitlement issue.
So
MS Colonel will be here. Or
yes,
you
yes,
are assisting Advocate General also.
Yes, you take.
So, my lord, may I proceed, my lord? Yes, my lord. So, my lord, I have a very basic, my lord, grievances here, my lord. In fact, twofold grievances I have. Now, my lord, they have basically rejected my prayer and claim for an entitlement under a scheme which is called Assured Career Progression Scheme. So, I was under the scheme, I was entitled to receive after completing 12 years and 24 years, my lord. So they have recently rejected the prayer, which is impugned in the writ petition. Second fold is another prayer which I had before the authorities, that under the modified career assured progression scheme, my lord, which they have introduced recently, I was entitled to have a financial upgradation from level 15 to level 18. So that prayer also they have rejected, my lord, by passing an order, my lord. Those two, my lord, the impugned orders are at page 103 and page, my lord, 107, my lord. So kindly, lordship may come to page 107, which I'll be concentrating on first aspect of whether I'm entitled under the ACP or not, my lord. May I take my lords to page 107, my lord?
ECP means original assured carry probation.
Yes.
MECP is modified.
Modified, my lord. In brief, my lord, this petitioner was serving under MTDC, Meghalaya Tourism Development Corporation, since 1993, my lord.
In 1990, she joined MTDC.
Yes, my lord. I have prepared a small list of dates for my lord's convenience, my
In
lord.
1993, she joined MTDC.
My lord, yes, my lord. I'll just put the dates in order, my lord. So, my lord, what happened?
Copy also.
I am sorry, I'll furnish her a copy, my lord. I'll just give one copy.
On all fairness, yes.
Yes, my lord. I'm so extremely sorry, my lord. So, my lord, in the year 1991 to 1993, through proper channel and through advertisement, she was appointed as management trainee on contract basis at a fixed pay of rupees 1,400, my lord. Yes. Then thereafter, my lord, petitioner in the year 1993 was appointed as supervisor with basic pay of 1,750. Now, Lord, this appointment in 1993 was also followed by due process of law, my lord. There was an advertisement and thereby she was absorbed. Now, from 1993, my lord, at that relevant point of time, my lord, the pay commission which was existing was the third pay commission, and the pay scale in which the petitioner was absorbed was 1,750 and revised was 5,300, which was not paid to her, but she continued to serve, my lord. Then, as per fourth pay commission in the year 2007, the pay scale was at 5,300, my lord, and revised was 14,000, which I have stated, but still that was not paid to her. It was finally on 1/5/2009, my lord, pay fixation was fixed at 19,000 and next increment was due in 2010, my lord. Now, in 2010, my lord, another advertisement was issued by the MTDC, in which, my lord, a post called assistant manager was, my lord, advertised. I have participated there also. Then I was again, my lord, appointed against the post of assistant manager. Now, before that, my lord, the post in which I was serving as a supervisor since 1993 to 2010. So, in 1993, after I was appointed as supervisor on 1/5/1993. Now,
so 6/9/2010, you appointed as a manager.
Assistant manager. Now, there is a catch here, my lord. In 2010, when I was appointed as assistant manager, the pay that they were giving me to this post was carrying, my lord, a lower remuneration than the earlier post of supervisor, in which I was receiving more basic pay, my lord. So, in order to bring
Where's the scale of pay? So
yes, my lord, I'll come to that thing then directly, my lord.
That's page.
Yes, my lord.
But isn't the same organization?
Yes, under the MTDC, I had
organization. You were one supervisor. Then you applied upon as a manager. You went to lower scale.
Lower scale.
That time, what did you do? You didn't agitate.
Yes, my lord. So the authorities, they knew that since my basic pay was low, so under fundamental rules, Rule 23(1), they brought in order to bring me in parity with my scale that was drawing a supervisor, they give me a notional increment of just rupees 460. So that is very important, my lord, at that time. So now, because this notional increment was given to bring me at par with the post of supervisor, so according to the MTDC, now they say that notional increment was a financial benefit that I have received actually. So I'll come to that point, how they have misconstrued that 460 rupees to be a financial upgradation, my lord. So anyway, my lord, should I proceed, my lord? Yes, my lord. So, my lord, may I kindly come to, my lord, page 40, my lord. 40, my lord. This is the order in which I was appointed as assistant manager, my lord. So, other part, yes, consequent upon appointment of, may I read, my lord? Consequent upon appointment of Srimati so-and-so as assistant manager in charge, hotel operations, and posted at head office as her pay in terms of FR 23(1) of Meghalaya rules and subsidiary rules is hereby fixed at rupees 20,850 in pay scale of such and such. Fixation of pay shall given effect from 6/9/2010. She will draw the next increment in 1/9/2011. So this is why we are referring to bring parity. This 23 was brought into play, my lord. Now, my lord, may kindly come to page 42, my lord.
One second. This is 15/11/2010.
Yes, my lord.
And you became assistant manager.
Just before that, my lord, I'd just like to point out one thing, my lord. Yes. The ACP scheme was brought by the Government of India on 22nd of February 2010. This date is also very relevant, my lord. At page 65, the notification adopted by the government.
By the time she came as a manager, she served for 7 years.
Till 2010, She served from 1993, my lord, for 17 years.
For 17 years.
17 years, my lord. So may I just quickly just point out one thing, my lord. On 15/11/2010, when she was appointed as assistant manager, prior to that, on 22nd of February 2010, the government of Meghalaya had adopted the Assured Career Progression Scheme that is at page 65, my lord.
Yes.
65.
Yes.
Here, my lord, the scheme, if I may read the relevant part of the scheme, is very important, my lord. Office Memorandum dated 22nd February 2010. The 4th Meghalaya Pay Commission in para 10.3 of this report has recommended introduction of a new scheme to deal with the problems of genuine stagnations and hardship faced by state government employees. This term is very important, my lord. This term, state government employee, they are trying to now, my lord, dilute certain things which will come, my lord. So it says only state government employees due to lack of adequate promotional avenues, especially those belonging to services or holding posts, generally classified as common categories and isolated posts, my lord. As per the recommendations, career progression benefit will be available to a government employee who stagnate in service for a continuous and specified period of time in the form of financial upgradation to be allowed twice in his service career subject to fulfillment of certain conditions. Government has considered the recommendations of the Pay Commission vis-a-vis the government of India's existing scheme of this nature and has accepted this scheme, my lord. In pursuance of the undersigned, it is directed that this government of Meghalaya is pleased to order introduction of the scheme under the title and guidelines as specified below, my lord. This scheme shall be known as such and such, my lord. Now, let me skip this part. Now, the relevant part, I will just like to take a lordship to clause number 4, my lord, at page 66. Now, this scheme, clause number 4, my lord.
465.
No, 4. Now, there is another 2, that is 2, my lord. Then, if your lordship may kindly turn the page.
ACP
Yes, my lord.
Yes,
the Assured Career Progression Scheme shall become operational from date of issue of this notification. That is this offence memorandum. Then, my lord, may kindly come. There is an annexure appended to this particular notification, which basically lays down the certain terms and conditions which makes an employee eligible for getting the benefit of the scheme. Now, what are this eligibility? Whether I am covered under the purview of the scheme or not, my lord. At page 68 is the annexure, my lord. 68. And conditions for grant of financial upgradation under Assured Career Progression Scheme, my lord. Here, my lord, the clause number 3 is important, if I may.
Yes, read.
Read, my lord. Counting of regular service for the purpose of ACP scheme shall commence from the date of joining of a post, direct entry grade, or on a regular basis, either on direct recruitment basis or on absorption re-employment basis. Service rendered on an ad hoc regulation 3F contract basis before regular appointment or pre-appointment training / probation shall not be taken into reckoning. However, this is important, past continuous service in another department of the government of Meghalaya in a post carrying identical scale of pay prior to regular appointment through proper channel in a new department without break shall also be counted towards qualifying regular service for the purpose of the scheme only and not for regular promotion. Then, my lord, clause number 4 is important. Regular service, what is regular service they are saying? Regular service in a post shall include all periods, my lord, spent on deputation, foreign services, officiating in a higher post, study leave, and all other kinds of leave duly sanctioned by the competent authority. Clause number 5 is the utmost important. Clause number 5 is very important because they are harping upon this clause and trying to say that I am not entitled because of this particular clause, my lord, as per the government's affidavit, my lord. The past service rendered by an employee, the term is used here, my lord, in another state government. And there is a statutory body, autonomous body, public sector organization, before appointment in any department of the government of Meghalaya shall not be counted towards regular service. Now, what they are saying in the affidavit, just before I take...
MTDC, a statutory body or autonomous body shall be counted the service with MTDC.
Exactly, my lord. But
he's working where now?
Now she is working as a comptroller of household in the governor's office, my lord, in the governor's household. She has been recruited in the year 2014, permanently absorbed since 2014 till date she is serving there. So there is another aspect wherein whether in my petition I am saying the entire service from 1993 till today will be constituted as one entity and they cannot aggregate MTDC to be a different entity just for the sake of leaving me
MACP and ACP.
Yes, my lord, to just deprive me. So the basic contention of the state government is that I, under the clause 5, do not fall. But if your lordship reads this, this has to be given a conjunctive meaning. The very word use another will be read continuously with all other, my lord, words that are followed. Meaning thereby, my lord, if I may just quickly read this clause number 5 once again. Past service rendered by an employee in another government, stroke in another statutory body. I'll be continuing with another autonomous body, another public sector organization before appointment in any department of the government of Meghalaya. MTDC is purely a body under the government of Meghalaya, my lord. This is not another.
I get what
Yes,
you're saying that this clause only is to regard, suppose a person comes from another state,
exactly,
working in another state government, working in another
exactly,
corporation, he takes employment in the state government of Meghalaya, that service will not be counted. Like he has no lien on that service. That's all. Yes.
So this is their basic stand of this.
Their interpretation is that since you serve under autonomous body, so that means that you don't that the service not be counted towards your calculation of your your qualifying years for MSCP, ACP.
Correct.
It.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So this is one point of argument of the state government.
Yes.
MTDC, whereas on the other hand, is not saying that I am not covered by this particular scheme. They take a convenient stand saying that in the year 2011, when I received this financial increment of rupees 460, that 460 is my financial upgradation for my entire period as served under MTDC. So MTDC is basically saying that you have already received this increment when you were promoted to, or my lord, when you were appointed as assistant manager. So since you have received 460 rupees, now you are not entitled to receive. And I find it a little vague, my lord, because the scheme nowhere says that this 460 rupees notional increment is a financial upgradation, because the financial upgradation is completely governed by the scheme. Notional increment is governed by the FR, my lord, financial rules and so and so.
So where is the link between this increment and the qualifying service for MECP?
My lord, may I pardon, my lord?
Where is the link between the notional increment and the the qualifying years?
There's no link. Exactly, my lord.
For calculation of
there's no link, my lord.
Entitlement to MSCP or
there's
ACP.
No link, my lord.
There's no link.
There's no link because
how have they linked it?
That is what I have seen from the affidavit, and I am, my lord, saying, my lord, submitting before your lordship.
You filed a rejoinder?
I have filed a rejoinder to that affidavit also, my lord.
By who's up in MTDC?
MTDC, my lord.
Okay, let's continue.
Oh, my lord, now your lordship, my lord, if I may take your lordship to my services to, my lord, the governor's, my lord, Raj Bhavan as a comptroller of Raj Bhavan. I was absorbed. That particular list I have given your lordship. So if my lord may take up that small piece of paper I have given, my lord, that list I have given, just to make it short, my lord. So my lord, my last working day at MTDC was 7/8/2011, my lord.
Okay.
7/8, this date is very important. My last working date at MTDC was 7/8/2011, and MTDC adopted ACP on 7th of July 2011. This date is also very important, my lord.
Where is that?
My lord, there are statements, my lord. I'll come, but that is in the line I have mentioned. As per Fourth Pay Commission, ACP effective date is 22nd February 2010 as per state government, and ACP adopted by MTDC was on 7th of July. So prior to me leaving MTDC, they have adopted ACP. That is also not disputed by them. Now the next point is, my lord, I joined Raj Bhavan serial number 1, my lord, if your lordship says, on 8/8/2011 as comptroller of household on deputation. So initially I joined as deputation for 3 years in the existing scale of pay, my lord, basic pay, that is 17,000. Then I was permanently absorbed in the Raj Bhavan on 8th of August 2014, my lord. This date is important. As comptroller of household in the basic pay of 17,000 to 33,000. And at that relevant point of time, I was under level 15. And the revised basic pay scale as per 5th commission was, my lord, something around 45,000, which I was not drawing, my lord. Now, in between, my lord, there was another issue which came up before, which is not relevant, my lord. Just quickly, I want to place, my lord. Now, when she joined in Raj Bhavan, an option was given to her that whether you want to now like to count your past services for pension, or you want to surrender your CPF employees, employers' contribution and the interest thereon. So I have opted for counting my past services. But, my lord, even opting after my past services, they did not actually entertain my cause. So I had to again come before your lordship. And by an order of this honorable court, my lord, your lordship has passed an order that finance office memorandum of 1990 clearly says that if she, at the time of appointment, if her past services, if she wishes to count by making an application, then they are bound to give her and count the past services. And Finance Department of Government of Meghalaya have also conceded to that, and that was given effect to. And your Lordship has passed an order. That order, my Lord, if your Lordship comes, starts from page number 60, my Lord, at page 60. Why I'm pointing this out, my Lord, is that their Finance Department has acknowledged the fact that my past services are to be counted for taking consideration into the fact, my Lord, for taking my pensions into consideration, my Lord. Now, they say that they don't take into consideration past service because only there is an OM in regards to your pension, not in regards to NCP, my Lord, ACP, my Lord. At page 60 is the writ petition, and your Lordship has passed the order, my Lord.
Short order.
My Lord, it's a short order, my Lord. May I read at page 63, paragraph number 7.
Yes.
Accordingly, in view of the submissions and present circumstances of matter, the writ petition dispose of with the directions that the respondent 11 shall process the papers of the petitioner and intimate the other line department, namely MTDC, and accountant general enable the settlement of regularization of pay slips and creation of GPF account of the petitioner, my Lord. It is expected the entire exercise shall be completed by such and such date. Accordingly, they have now complied with the order and it is over, my Lord. Now, my Lord, after pursuing this matter relentlessly for some time before the authorities, I have filed number of representations, and by this impugned order at page, my Lord, 107, which I was referring to, my Lord may kindly come. They have rejected my prayer for ACP, my Lord. And the reasonings they have given, I'll just read the impugned order, my Lord, at page 107. Here, my Lord, there are certain things which they have not disputed. So, those are very important. Yes, I'll read, my Lord. May I read, my Lord?
Yes.
Yes. From such and such to the petitioner, subject ACP benefits under 4th pay revision. Your letter dated such and such, my Lord. With reference to the above mentioned below, the detailed information as per your personal file maintained in MTDC are appointed as room service order taker with effect from 8/8/1990 on ad hoc basis, appointed as management trainee with effect from 1/5/1991 for 2 years on contractual basis, which I have already submitted, my Lord, at rupees 1,400 per month, appointed permanently, my Lord, as supervisor with effect from 1/5/1993 with a pay scale of rupees so and so and so and so, my Lord, appointed as assistant manager and posted as in charge hotel operations head office MTDC against advertisement memo number such and such dated 1/2/2010 against the pay scale of rupees such and such, my Lord. You were on deputation as comptroller of household in Raj Bhavan for a period of 3 years with effect from 8/8/2011. You were permanently absorbed as comptroller of household in Raj Bhavan with effect from 8/8/2014, and subsequently your name was struck from the MTDC staff strength. In view of the above, total services in MTDC is 21 years. They admit that I have a 21 years of services, 3 months and 7 days, which includes your 3 years of deputation periods in Raj Bhavan. Then, my Lord, may kindly come. Next page. Further, MTDC has adopted ACP rules as per board's approval dated 5/7/2011, held on its 127 board meeting, which was introduced by Meghalaya 4th revision by memo number such and such dated 22nd of February 2010, and was implemented by MTDC on 7/7/2011, the 8 which I have just given, my Lord. Now, this is the reasoning why they have rejected my case. Therefore, as per the Meghalaya Finance Pay Revision 4th Revision memo number such and such dated 24th of August 2010, clause 3 of annexure, if there is an upgradation of scale before the date of implementation of the scheme, ACP becomes due on completion of 24 years of service. Copy of the FR 22/2010 and FR number 24/8 enclosed for your information and perusal, please. Since you have not completed 24 years of service in MTDC, therefore you are not eligible for ACP from MTDC as far as your service is concerned with MTDC, my Lord.
Okay.
So, my Lord, now I may quickly take your Lordship to the affidavit filed by the MTDC, wherein this aspect of my notional increment of rupees 460 they have constituted as financial benefit, my Lord. affidavit filed by MTDC, my lord, by respondent number 6, my lord. May I take your lordship to the relevant paragraph only? Paragraph number 9, it says, my lord, only. May I read, my lord?
Yeah.
That in reply to the statements made in paragraph number 5, the answering respondent states as while the petitioner was serving in the post of supervisor, the last pay scale of such post was rupees 14,000 to 27,510 and the last pay drawn was rupees 20,230. This is very important. Thereafter, petitioner participated in direct recruitment to the post of assistant manager which was advertised. On being successful, the petitioner was appointed to the post of assistant manager by the appointment letter dated 15/11/2010. Consequent upon the appointment of the petitioner to the post of assistant manager, her salary was fixed in terms of FR 23(1) of Meghalaya FR and SR 1984, while petitioner's scale of pay was rupees 17,000 to 33,000 and the basic pay was fixed with notional increment, they admit, of rupees 20,850. They have given the calculation 20,900 plus 560 is according to what is my notional increment, 20,850. Upon being granted financial upgradation, my lords, in the form of notional increment, her basic pay scale was now 20,850. Therefore, my lord, in this regard, it is stated that clause 3 of Meghalaya Finance Revision 4 Pay Revision Memo number such and such dated 24/8/2010 provides that if there is an upgradation of scale before the date of implementation of the scheme, ACP becomes due on completion of 24 years of service. Therefore, to qualify the ACP benefits, petitioner would have to render 24 years of continuous service with the Meghalaya tourism till 1/5/2017. So this is
That's standard.
Yes, and basic stand, my lord. So, as far as ACP is concerned, my lord, according to MTDC,
So
I'm
now
not.
they are saying that the notional increment is equivalent to a financial upgradation.
Yes, my lord.
So financial upgradation that you will receive before the implementation of the scheme, we will have to complete 24 years.
Yes, my lord.
And since you have only 21 years, you're entitled to it.
I'm not entitled.
So how are you to show that, how is it equivalent or not equivalent?
Because, my lord, I will now take the trouble of my lord lordship taking to the financial FR, my lord, what FR has to say. I mean, I have a copy of the FR, my lord, or I can provide this copy, just this one line.
Yeah.
What FR 23(1) says, my lord. Why this FR 23(1) is necessary, my lord? May I read, my lord? It is called time scale, and under time scale FR 22, then FR 23. Have, my lord?
1 second.
Yes, my 23(1), my lord. May I read, my lord? Yes, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, it says, my lord, that the initial pay of a government servant who is appointed to a post on a time scale of pay is regulated as below. Number Roman 1. Where a government servant holding a post in a substantive, temporary or officiating capacity is promoted or appointed. Here appointed will apply. In a substantive, temporary or officiating capacity to another post carrying duties and responsibilities of greater importance than those attaching to the post held by him. His initial pay in the time scale of the higher post shall be fixed at the stage next above the pay notionally arrived at by increasing his pay in respect of the lower post by 1 increment at the stage at which such pay has accrued. Meaning thereby, if at the stage of supervisor, I was drawing a salary less than the assistant manager, then their stand would have been of some meaning, my lord. But as I was serving as supervisor and drawing more salary, subsequent appointment as assistant manager, giving me less basic scale of pay in order to bring me in parity with my past post, they have adopted this particular provision. Now, this is a very specific provision given by the FR, which has nothing to do with the scheme, which only envisages, my lord, if a my lord, government servant has stagnation in service for long years, they need to be given. And ultimately, this is a beneficial legislation piece of scheme, my lord. And for the benefits of the employee to increase their morale in working, these are being introduced, my lord. So, for the entire period, my lord, she has been deprived of from this particular scheme, my lord.
Yeah.
Now, my lord, I may take your lordship to the stand of the government in terms of what they have to say regarding ACP, my lord. If your lordship may kindly come to the affidavit of the government, my lord. 1 to 5. The government has a very basic stand, my lord, wherein they have rejected my case because I don't fall in the purview under clause 5, which I have just read, my lord. So I'll take your lordship to their preliminary objections at page number, my lord, 2, at paragraph number 4, my lord. Have my lord found, my lord? May I read, my lord? Yes. So at paragraph 4, they start, my lord, that before replying on the contents of the writ petition, the answering deponent craves the leave of this court to raise certain preliminary objections, submissions herein below, that in so far as the primary relief sought by the petitioner for grant of ACP benefit is concerned, it is directed against respondent number 6, that is Meghalaya Tourism Development, the detailed reply of which is required to be submitted by the respondent number 6. So one hand they said that it is the prerogative of the department, MPDC to reply on this. Now still, they go on by saying that it is most respectfully submitted that a bare reading of ACP scheme and MSCP scheme annexed with the petition should show that the computation of qualifying service for grant of these benefits are to commence from the date of absorption. Admittedly, petitioner was absorbed in the service of the state government on the post of Comptroller of Household. So according to them, I was appointed to the government servant when I joined the office of the governor, my lord. So in the year 2014,
not entitled to any kind of scheme.
I'm not entitled to any kind of scheme because of my absorption in 2014, my lord. And as such, has not yet completed the qualifying service for grant of any ACP or MSCP benefit in the government service. These schemes specifically excludes the services rendered previously in any government corporation. This is their, they have basically come out from reading of the scheme, my lord, or agency, and is limited to the period in government service alone. The relevant portions and thereof are quoted herein below. Counting of regular service for the post of... Yes, I've read it already, my lord. So their basic claim is that under the bar that according to them clause 5 has put before the petitioner, she is not entitled because her services in the MTDC is not a government service, my lord. So this is in crux, my lord, the entire issues, my lord.
Yes.
I'm deeply obliged, my lord.
When will EG reply? Today or tomorrow? Or tomorrow Saturday?
My lord, may give us 1 week time, my lord.
1 week time. You've understood what is the crux of the
Yes,
argument?
my lord. I have heard my
It's
friend's
just that the
submission.
thing is that it's not an upgradation.
My lord.
Because from a supervisor, when she came to assistant manager, then she was drawing, basic was lower. So to ameliorate that fact, the notional increment was given.
My lord.
Now that notional increment has been taken by MTDC first to be financial upgradation. So their scheme provides that if a financial upgradation is given, then the scheme won't be available only after 24 years of service.
Madam.
And by the calculation of MTDC, since they've given that, they've taken that notional increment as a financial upgradation. So since coming 21 years, you're not entitled to any scheme. Now she's gone to government service and in the Raj Bhavan. So now they say the service started in 2014 and all, she's not entitled to any scheme. Simple as that. And that not to count her past services because the scheme does not allow for that.
Yes.
That's all. Simple as that. Case is not really complicated. It's only how you've interpreted it. So the only thing that before the court, the question is whether we will count the past services, then that will make it that scheme,
Yes,
and also that the financial upgradation, which MTC says is financial, is not upgradation, but is just an increment given, so that because joining a new post doesn't mean that it amount of demotion, because the scale of pay defines the the status of the post. So the scale of pay, the basic is lower, the new post you join is lower. It stands to reason that you cannot be appointed or given a salary which is, I mean, a basic scale is lower than the last post that you held. That's all. So anyway, we'll have it after 1 week. Yes, your complete argument.
Yes, my lord. And there is another aspect which I'll not press.
You can give your bullet points.
Yes, my lord. I'll just give. Let me convenient for my lords, my lord. Anyway.
In part, this after 1 week. Yes.
My lord, next date, my lord, next week on 16th. It will be difficult. Can it be on 20th if my learned friend is available, my lord? 20th of May. Yes, my lord. 20th, 21, my lord. I'm highly obliged,
You
my lord.
made your point. You are Mr.
H. Buragohai, my lord. I'm highly obliged, my lord.
Yes. Here too. We'll have it on the 20th. Yes, we are always here. It's up to the council.
Obliged, my lord.
Supplementary 1, item number 1.
First one, son.
But here, my lord, the petitioner is a registered PWD contractor, my lord. We have annexed the credentials. Now, my lord, I'll take a lordship to page 32, my lord.
1 second, let me just. This is what GSY, no? Yes. Yes.
Page 32, lots of kind of similar. These are the photographs of construction work being carried out. We do not know who is the contractor also, my lord.
What is this?
Page 32 is the photographs of road construction that is going on, my lord.
What's the length of the road?
My lord, then, my lord,
Let's see a synopsis. What's your case actually?
our case is, my lord, we are a registered contractor. Now,
Contractor, then what happened?
any government work, my lord, the tender has to be issued, my lord. We have legitimate expectation to participate in any tender, my lord. Here, without any tender, my lord, the construction work has been awarded to someone and the work he is carrying out the work. And that is evident from the RTI information given, my lord. The RTI information is at page 30, my lord.
Page?
30. So, my lord, serial number 1, my lord.
Yes.
Sanction order for the ongoing improvement of the existing road, including MPT of New Nongstown to New Nongstown village, not sanctioned. Notice inviting tender of the ongoing improvement work of so and so. NA, not applicable or not available, we don't know, my lord. Work order issued to the contractor for the ongoing improvement of the existing road, including NPT so and so. NA, MIPA PR number published in any daily local newspapers, improvement of the existing
How long is the road? How many kilometers?
4 kilometers, your lordship.
4 kilometers. Now, what is this final work order 19/2021? Also show that you're a contractor.
My lord, those are my credentials, my lord. Now, lordship, kindly see page 36, my lord.
The road's complete now.
This blacktopping has not been done, my lord. Well, page 36, the work is being sanctioned by this order, my lord. 27th of March 2025. Now, this is from Under Secretary PWD to the Chief Engineer PWD Roads. It says, my lord, administrative approval and sanction for construction and improvement, including MBT of different link roads at Nongstown Village, West Khasel District, Meghalaya, 4 kilometers something. I am directed to convey the administrative approval and sanction of the Governor of Meghalaya for construction and improvement, including MBT of different road links at Nongstown Village, West Khasel District, so and so, for an amount not exceeding 6 crore, so and so, during 24-25. The relevant rules and procedures laid down for incurring the expenditure and drawing and disbursement of the money should be strictly adhered to. The expenditure is debitable to so and so. It should be ensured that the land is obtained free of cost and without any compensation. Work should be taken up only after the land is formally handed over to the PWD by the collector after acquiring the same through the land acquisition process. No change of specification and quantity of work should be made. Next is important. The work should not be taken up without approval of detailed estimate and issue of technical sanction by the competent authority. The overall expenditure should in no case So, my lord, work has been sanctioned in 27th of March, and these are the photographs of October 10th October 10th December, my lord. Without any tender, government issued the work order, my lord.
You have no idea what's the amount of work also.
But total is 6 crore 82 lakh.
No, this is different link roads. It's not only one.
Including all, my lord.
See, MC approval sanction for construction improvement, including and what's MBT?
Black topping, metal black topping.
These are small works, Dr. Mozika. 6 crores, 82 lakhs for roads is nothing.
And they are different roads, not only one particular road, and this is only for improvement and.
No, whatever.
Does it come in the repair? You see, I mean, there is to what we know. The things like suppose there's a landslide, there's a landslide, there's something, embankment, it's eroded. These kind of works, there's no work order issued. It's done on a
the sanction order, that's why.
Need to basis. And so when they keep a certain amount of money, it comes under that head, then they remove landslide, repairing, these broken bridges.
That's why I read the sanction order. Sanction order says that land should be obtained from collector after land acquisition. So that means it's a proper work. This is not.
You take instructions?
I'll have to take instructions.
On Tuesday, Wednesday.
Your Lordship may come up on Wednesday, Your Lordship.
Okay.
Because there'll be intervening holidays.
So Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
This court will be there.
So the 15th then,
And
Your
Thursday.
Lordship.
15th.
Thursday?
Yes. It was already done. So what do you do?
It's not been done. The work is still going on.
Completed. And who is the
still going on?
The private?
Who's private respondent?
There's no private respondent, Your Lordship.
They're not disclosing, my lord. That's what we ask in RTA days. They're saying everything NA.
No, you go and ask the person who's wrote.
Person who's constructed.
Who's the foreman there? Who's the contractor?
That's not a very authoritative, my lord. We ask someone, they'll say somebody's name. Because there are many proxy contractors also.
Private respondent should also be there.
New Nongstoin to Nongstoin village. Okay. Heard Dr. Mozika counsel with MS so for the petition issue notice. MST Yangili AG with so was present. All the respondents, no further notice required. Stop. The grievance of the petitioner is that for a certain section of road under the caption of inverted commas is there, and this is for cycle number 2 also. Improvement of the existing road, including MBT of Nongstoin to Nongstoin village. The work. Oh, sorry. Sorry, sir. The work has commenced, and to the knowledge of the petitioner, without the floating of a tender or any process. Stop. It is submitted by Dr. Mozika, learned senior counsel, that the petitioner had tried to obtain information through the RTI, but the same has drawn a blank on all aspects. So
in some aspects they have been given.
On all aspects.
Only one, not sanctioned.
Yes. Anyway, MS.
Is it not applicable? Not available.
MS Tiangi, the AG, Praise to obtain instructions just on Thursday, 15th May.
I filed a miscase. They'll be considered on that day.
Miscase what?
First time.
Stop it. Stop the bills.
Stop the bills as well as workmen.
And this matter has been within their knowledge since October, Your Lordship, and they've come now.
Irrespective of my knowledge, they cannot do that.
See, the thing is public largesse. You cannot dispense public largesse without due process. That's one thing.
The interim will consider on next time.
We'll see. By the time
Oblige, Your Lordship.
Maybe the road is only 4 kilometers to be complete. I need to find a place.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Your Lordship, I file additional affidavit bringing on record the medical documents, Your Lordship.
When was that file?
Day before yesterday, Your Lordship.
You've seen that, Mr.
But these are very normal old age ailments only.
She is suffering from blood sugar.
Blood sugar is everyone's. What I pay, my lord, to be fair to them, my lord. But the London trial court doesn't have the power. That's my with that finding, my lord.
Once you don't have the power, I mean, it causes interference. You can't say you don't have the power and condone it. If you have to go with letter.
Maybe a lordship under 226 can, my lord. But the trial court under CRPC will not have power, my lord.
You brought some authority last time.
Yes, yes, Lord. It's in the records, Your Lordship.
This is not applicable to those judgments. Those are under different acts.
Your Lordship, my humble prayer based on the mitigating circumstances, Your Lordship. This court to show some leniency, Your Lordship. She's almost 70 years. Just after 2 weeks, she'll turn 70, Your Lordship.
Okay, we'll take it up to her 70th birthday. Yes, and actually, affidavit has been filed by the petitioner.
Respondent.
By the respondent, sorry, detailing the health condition. Same is peruse, list after 2 weeks for final disposal. Next date will discuss.
Yes, Your Lordship. Deeply obliged.
70, he has to serve half with how much? 2 years?
1 year.
1 year. 1 year.
1 year.
22.
The unfair to make us spend next birthday in jail.
Deeply obliged, Your Lordship.
It's 22 is that regarding the road from Umshupi to
Lordship.
Redbong?
Lordship, I'm seeking some indulgence, Lordship, today.
Here.
Lordship, may I have it after a week's time, Lordship?
The road's already made.
Lordship, it is under construction.
You're already enjoying the facilities of the road.
Lordship?
You're already enjoying the facilities of the road or no?
Lordship, may I have it after a week's time, Lordship?
The construction is going on, Your Lordship.
Going on a complete.
It's not completed, Lordship.
Not complete.
Lordship.
Taking their own suit.
Because after a week, due to the difficulty of the pass of the petition, yes.
Highly obliged, Lordship.
24.
Lord, in this regard, my lord, I have received instructions from the department. My lord, as per the letter, my lord, there is no outstanding. I may be allowed to file an additional affidavit, my lord, because they have given certain.
How much money is outstanding, you said?
49, my lord, according to us.
10 lakhs?
Yes, my lord.
Now, but you received 60 lakhs.
Yes.
They've given a breakup, my lord, so we may be allowed. My lord, may kindly.
Let them file an affidavit. We'll also obtain instructions, if any.
Yeah, once disputed facts, Mr. Nongri, then it becomes difficult for us.
Well, disputed facts only with respect to 24 lakhs. That we are not claiming here. That we will take whatever recourse of law.
But my lord, as far as the department is concerned,
undisputed is this 1 crore 72, my lord, which we have received initially 62 lakhs and then during pendency 60 lakhs. So according to me, 49 lakhs is pending. Now that is what they have to clarify whether they paid that or not.
1 crore 97.
1 crore 97 is the main claim.
2 lakhs 32,000 was paid one tranche, and then you filed the other petition. This thing you filed a petition. Then during the course, another 60 lakhs was paid.
Yes, my lord.
So you got 1 crore 20 something.
Your lordships have my chart.
I don't have the chart.
I have handed over on the last occasion, my lord.
A different chart you handed over. Oh yes.
So the first table is, my lord, as per us. Second is as per them. Now I am not claiming what is as per us. I am claiming as per them, my lord. 1 crore 72.
When can you file it?
But
By 3 days.
My lord, because the concerned person, because what had happened last occasion, my lord, we filed it from the office here. But my lord, it is from the better filed by the AC Nongstoin, my lord. So I'll pray for 2 weeks. Otherwise, they have also given, my lord, what are the deductions, because the bill is payable after the deductions and all that.
Deductions with regard to taxes and this and that.
Yes, my lord.
So, Mr. Kivarasi prays a lot of financial affidavit to indicate the exact amount which is not disputed and payable to the petitioner. Let them come to understand
Yes.
the amount.
Because as
Yes,
far
sir.
as
You take it, and then
Yes,
other
sir.
amounts if we dispute, then
We
leave
will
that for different discourse.
different forum.
Yes.
all right.
I'll just have a look.